Today, Mendocino County is facing an opioid crisis.
My best friend Keith McCallum passed away from an opioid overdose. He was 16 years old.
One of my best friends died of an opiate overdose when she was 23 years old.
My youngest son's father passed away from an opioid overdose. He was 38 years old, and I also lost a brother.
Over the last few years, many people from our community have died of an opioid overdose.
My cousin Matt overdosed from Oxycontin, and he was 23 years old.
I'm Carmel Angelo, Mendocino County Chief Executive Officer. In the last several years, dozens of people have died in our communities from opioid-related illnesses and accidents.
I grew up on a local Native American reservation called Panolaville here in Ukiah, and I was raised by a single mother who was addicted to meth. And I had 3 brothers who grew up with me. We raised each other.
We've lost sons, daughters, brothers, sisters, cousins, parents, friends, co-workers.
My oldest brother was the main influence on all the opiate use.
People we love.
I've lost all 3 of my brothers to opiates.
It's time to reverse this epidemic, and working together, we can do this.
I've seen many people that I've come in contact with that I used to go to school with, and the effects that it's done. You don't see it then in school, and now being a cop and working directly with them, you just see that the spiral.
Opioids are natural and synthetic forms of opium. They're widely used as painkillers. They include prescription medications such as hydrocodone, commonly known as Vicodin or Norco, oxycodone, known as Percocet or OxyContin, fentanyl, Suboxone, codeine, morphine, and methadone. Heroin is also an opioid and is affordable and available in our community.
I am a heroin addict. I've been clean for 18 months, and I've had several friends overdose. One being my really good friend, Kalea. She had an overdose about 5 years ago, which is why I named my daughter Kalea.
People become addicted to opioids for many reasons. Sometimes people are trying to numb their pain. Other times they're simply looking for a good time.
I started stealing pills out of the medicine cabinet when I was 15, and I'm 37 years old today, and I quit heroin 2 years ago.
Regardless of how it starts, it ends badly and sometimes tragically.
Don't even try this stuff once. You're done. If you try it once, you're done.
Opioid addiction doesn't just affect the opioid users, but everyone who loves them. Sometimes opioid use goes on for years, but sometimes it only takes once to end in tragedy. Local resident Danielle Alt lost her brother to a fentanyl patch when he was only 16 years old.
My brother and this young gentleman decided to try something new on a Friday in the fall of their junior year of high school, which was a first-time try that actually ended up being the last time for my brother.
This epidemic can be reversed through education and treatment. First, let's all work together to keep opioids out of the hands of our youth. If you have an opioid prescription, keep your medication in a locked bag and keep the locked bag hidden. Let the young adults in your life know that experimenting with opioids just one time can be the last time, and that if they need help breaking free from addiction, you'll support them. Recognize that addiction is a chronic illness that requires medical intervention and emotional support to overcome. Escaping the cycle of detox and relapse is a long-term process. Traditional therapies like Suboxone, along with 12-step programs, are helping thousands of people stay on the road to recovery. How can you tell if someone you love is using opioids? Signs and symptoms include physical substance dependence like cravings, chronic constipation, small pupils, nausea, reduced sex drive, sensitivity to pain, shallow breathing, or slurred speech. For more information or to join the fight against opioid addiction, visit www.saferxmendocino or like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/SaferRxMendocino.